Father Marcos, the founder of the Coptic Orthodox Church in North America, to show how faithful Father Marcos was to God and his church. Matthew 21, verse 22. And whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith. Father Marcos was born on August 21st, 1929, in the city of Sohag in Upper Egypt. His name was Wegdi Elias. His mom was Labiba, and his dad was Elias. And he had a sister named Elaine, and he had a brother who became Father Bishay. He was a Sunday school servant in St. Mary's Church in Sohag. He loved God very much and decided to dedicate his life to studying his word. He went to the Coptic Theological Seminary in Cairo to study. He also traveled to the U.S. to do more studies. When he came back to Egypt, he married to Soni Susie. After getting married, he came to Canada in 1964 and began ministering to the Copts in Canada and the U.S., and had 2 children named Greg and Dina and 4 grandchildren. How will Father Marcos found himself in Canada? Wegdi Elias was chosen to become a priest and ordinated on August 9, 1964. Bishop Athanasios of Beni Suef ordinated him priest, saying, "We call you Marcos, priest of God's altar of the Coptic Orthodox Church of North America." Normally when a priest is ordained, he is dedicated to only one church, but in Father Marcos's case, he was ordained on all the altars of North America. He spent 3 weeks after his ordination with His Holiness Pope Kyrillos VI, and then was sent to Rome. After going to Rome, Father Marcos was to travel on to the North America, but he did not know whether he was going to settle in the U.S. or Canada. Father Marcos went and asked Pope Kyrillos, "Where do you want me to reside, Your Holiness, in the U.S. or Canada?" Pope Kyrillos replied, "My son, just go on your way. God will guide you as to where to settle. Travel in peace. Our Lord will be with you. Your peace comes from being faithful to both your relationship with God and your ministry, and He will be with you." So imagine how hard it was not to know where you are going to live. Father Marcos did not ask any more questions. He instead obeyed what Pope Kyrillos said and waited to see where God would guide him. Father Marcos had so much faith that God would guide him to the right place to start his service in North America. And here is how God chose. Father Marcos applied for a Canadian and American visa. A visa is a permission from the country you are entering to allow you to enter and visit your stay. The U.S. declined, but Canada granted Father Marcos the visa. God spoke and chose Toronto, Canada, for Father Marcos. When Father Marcos put his faith in God, and God answered him and chose for him the correct place to reside, Father Marcos became a grateful blessing to us all. He served St. Mark's Coptic Orthodox Church in Toronto with all his heart and having great faith in our Lord Jesus Christ. Whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith.